everyone, this is State of Art with a new video. This time we will be focusing on PvP talents, PvP strats for Survival Hunter, since I'm playing Survival Hunter, yeah, obviously. First of all, I want to say sorry for not posting the videos for like 2 weeks. I had some troubles, but whatever. Now I'm here, and today I'm going to talk about PvP builds and basic PvP stuff. Season 2 is undergo, and before patch 7.15 comes, there is a time where I can explain what you actually do and stuff, so time codes, if anyone is going to be interested, will be in the description. So here we go. We will start from basic talents. This set right now is my PvE talents, sorry. So for PvE talents, well, I think the best one, and obviously it's the only one, is throwing axes. Tosses 3 axes, each deals damage. Sometimes they can crit for 50k in PvP, but usually they do around 30k damage per axe. So basically for 15 focus you have around 90k damage. If it's written here that each deals 90,000 damage, but in PvP they probably deal around this amount of damage in total per one global cooldown, and by global cooldown I mean one skill use gauge or usage. So yeah, Way of Moknatal, I think it's too gimped for PvP. You always have to keep it up, and Animal Instincts, dropping the cooldowns. You never have enough focus, but I think it can be useful, but throwing axes is a way to go, definitely. So for level 30, I prefer Murder of Crows because it's additional damage, and in PvP they burst for like, what, a half of a million in 15 seconds, especially if you pop your aspect of the eagle. It deals immense amounts of damage in a short period of time, so, and it also a magical effect, so that's great. Mortal Wounds, I just feel like you don't have enough haste in PvP to have benefit from this one. So yeah, it's more like PvE talent right now, and will be probably. Snake Hunter is going to be nerfed in 7.15, and it's right now it's fine. It's 1.5 min cooldown, and your aspect of the eagle 1.6, so you can have that one small window where you just burst the fuck down with your mongoose bites, completely neglecting all other effects you have to have that absurd amounts of damage on 6 stacks of mongoose bites. That can be a lethal. Yeah, I think it's good, but I prefer Murder of Crows mostly, since it's an additional dot. And yeah, level 45, I think there is no alternative for this. Post haste removes you from all movement impairing effects and increase your movement speed by 60% for 5 seconds. This is just great compared to other talents. This is a must-have talent for PvP. No other choices. Level 60. Since Steel Trap was nerfed back in time, I think it was in November, people tend to use Caltrops more often than Steel Trap. I've seen 1 or 2 hunters on Battlegrounds with a Steel Trap. It still bursts greatly, and it still deals quite a lot of damage, but come on. You can escape from the roots and the cooldown is, and you also lose on the freezing trap, so I guess it's not that great as it used to be. Improved trap. This is a PvE talent mostly. I think it can have usage in the PvP, that it reduces cooldowns of all your 3 traps, explosive and tar trap by 50 and freezing trap by 15%, but I still think that there is another good choice, and it's a Caltrops. Caltrops replaces your tar trap for a zone of spikes or Caltrops that deal bleed damage every second and slow movement speed by 70% for 6 seconds. This is really awesome talent, and I always use it in my PvP. If you see my PvP videos, you will notice that I always throw this by the cooldowns all the time. I do that. Yeah. And I think it's an awesome choice, especially with Expert Trapper, but that's later. Level 75. I don't use camouflage. I feel like there is no point for survival hunter to run invisibility. It's just, it doesn't have that much usage aside from opening, and it used to be good with a steel trap where you could sneak past enemy from behind, wait until they like stand for a moment, and then you throw your steel trap and do hard opener. But right now I think that Ranger's Net is superior choice. Sticky Bomb is funny one, but I don't really feel like it's good. It's really funny. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, but Ranger's Net is superior. It's a 40 range, movement speed slow and root. Like, how can you, being a melee character, will throw a ranged net from 40-yard range? It spends focus, but come on. You root someone from the range and then you reach them and you get your focus back. That's just the best talent you can ever have. Oh, by the way, I think I should just put it like this. Yeah. And then we have Serpent Sting, which is basically a absolutely PvE talent, because there is a way better choice, which is Dragon's Fire Grenade, and Dragon's Fire Grenade is a kinda like a Murder of Crows, and it deals a really nice amounts of damage too. And it's also kinda AoE, so if you're not throwing crowd control in any close time, you can do a nice AoE with Dragon's Fire Grenade. It's also slows the enemy, so it's a really great choice for PvP. And Butchery, this just replaces your Carve with stronger Cleave. It's not the talent that you want to go for. Dragon's Fire Grenade is the choice. It has a 30 seconds cooldown, so it's really short cooldown as well. And yeah, then there is a level 100 talents, and here Expert Trapper is superior choice. Absolutely. Aspect of the Beast is complete bullshit because you have caltrops to slow a target, so you don't have to keep your Aspect of the Beast, even though I'm using a cunning pet for PvP, and the Aspect of the Beast says that if you're using cunning talent 3 pets, it will additionally slow the movement speed by 50%. But when you have a caltrops, which is actually a 70% movement speed, and you have a ranger's net, which is another movement speed reduction, why would you have this one? Speeding Cobra, it does no damage, and giving you a focus buff, which is not really that important in PvP. And then there is a Expert Trapper. I'm sorry, I just woke up and thought I want to record this. Yeah, Expert Trapper improves all your traps in a way. Freezing Trap slows the target after expiring. Explosive Trap increases burst damage. Tar Trap, moving through the Tar Trap, being rooted, but we have a Caltrops. Caltrops damage increased by 50%. Steel Trap, we don't have a Steel Trap. So yeah, basic talents are mostly like this. You can have your talents, but I think this one is the way to go. Throwing Axes, Martyr of Crows, Post Haste, Caltrops, Ranger's Net, Dragon's Fire Granite, and Expert Trapper. So yeah, this is the normal talents. So let's get back to honor talents. First tier, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. Like I love Gladiator's Medallion, and I hate Adaptation or Relentless, even though it can be better in some uses, but I still prefer Gladiator's Medallion because I can control myself when I can use the cleanse or trinket, as it's called. So yeah, tier 2, a lot of people prefer hardness. I've seen a lot of people using hardness, but I think sparring is a good choice in 3v3 when you're getting bursted down or focused. When you know you're going to be focused in this fight, you pick sparring. And then there is an reinforced armor, which increases health by 10%. In PvP right now, since I have 30 points, oh my, I fucked up. I need to go to the dollar. So yeah, reinforced armor is the best way to go, in my opinion, because it just boosts your health pool. And in PvP right now with 30 points, I have 2,940,000 health. It's almost 3 million health. And when you have a survival hunter with 3 million health, that's really something.
Remember, nothing is more important than the Legion's destruction.
Oh yeah, Legion's destruction, yeah, right. You're right. Where was I? Oh yeah. I prefer using reinforced armor everywhere. 3v3, 2v2, but I think those two are quite fine, but it's just my preference. If you feel like you can perform better with others, go for it, but it's just me. So the next tier is... Next tier. First one reduces the amount of damage that dots do to you. Damage over time effects do to you, which is kind of great. But I think that survival tactics is better choice over the dragon scale armor, because it's just once in 30 seconds you can drop all harmful magical effects, meaning all crowd control which is magical, like mage slows, mage roots, all the shadow priest, all the warlock debuffs, all the other character debuffs which are magical are going to be dropped, and you have it once in 30 seconds, which is absolutely amazing. What my level? Artifact knowledge, level 17, okay. So, dragon scale armor, it's okay, but survival tactics is over it, in my opinion. And then there is a cat-like reflexes. Critical melee strikes grant you 30% dodge for 4 seconds. This is just beautiful when you play against melee classes. This is just beautiful. This negates so much damage onto you. You can't even imagine how much it negates. I can't imagine how much it negates. But obviously, let's say roughly 30%, right? You never know. Let me finish this. A bonus. No, money. Thanks.
I got this one. I've got that target in my sights.
There we go. Alright, so the next one is Sting Talents, which are actually, all of them are useful. Viper Sting, which reduces the healing if target's not going to use non-instant cast. This one is absolutely amazing when you play against druids, or maybe monks, but mostly druids. When you're playing with this one against druids, they are going to spend so much mana trying to top up targets, and if you see them casting regrowth or healing touch, you can interrupt this one and still have an amazing effect. Scorpion Sting, reducing critical strike chance by 50% for 6 seconds. This one absolutely negates burst damage when someone pops cooldowns. When you see someone like Shaman using Bloodlust, you're just pressing this button and Shaman can burst you down with a Bloodlust. He surely deals a lot of damage to you, but not a single critical strike for 6 seconds, because no one ever have, aside from warriors, 100% critical strike chance in PvP. This is just a cock blocker. I absolutely love it, always use it. And there is a Spider Sting. Stings the target with a potent spider venom for 5 seconds, causing the next offensive spellcast to silence the target for 4 seconds. I always use it against any kind of caster. Warlocks, mages, bumpkins, whatever. Well, with bumpkins it's kinda different, since you only use it when you see them having a lot of lunar power. So it's like you have to kinda predict when to use Spider Sting, but with other caster classes this is so much easier. So much easier. You just disable them for 4 seconds. Then you have your kick, which is muzzle. Then, since I'm a blood elf, hot blood elf girl, hot blood elf grill, I have Arcane Torrent, which is another spellcasting interrupt for 2 seconds silence. This is beautiful. Additional silence for 2 seconds, so you have 6 seconds silence, 3 seconds interrupt, and you also have feign death. Wow, you guys are, wow, it's just 4 interrupts on a caster. This is a 15 seconds window, so you can basically throw an interrupt, then apply a Spider Sting. Then you wait, then you apply this shit again. And for this amount of time not casting, someone can be really upset. But then you have a really long window where you don't do anything, so be mindful for using it. The next tier is Hunting Pack, Bandage and Master Skull. While Hunting Pack, I use it sometimes against druids, against monks. It's useful because so much chase potential. Your Hunting Pack reduces the cooldown of aspect of the cheetah by a 50% and also increases the movement speed of your friends by 90% for 3 seconds. This is immense. Once in 75 seconds you have a strong speed burst for your team. Useful for chases, useful for escapes. Yeah, a good talent to go, but I actually prefer Mending Bandage. This is so awesome. Instantly clears all bleeds, poisons and diseases from the target. So you can use it not only on yourself but on your friends. And also heals for 30%. But actually in PvP it heals for 36% of the damage over 6 seconds. But the thing is, if you're being hit by auto attack, spell, or even a dot is applied on you, a magical dot is applied on you, that magical dot tick is going to drop the cast. So be mindful. I always use it in 2v2s because when they are focusing my healer, I can drop a trap, a freezing trap, and start casting Mending Bandage, healing up my friends and also removing the dots from him, which is awesome. Absolutely must have against rogues, against death knights. Not that useful against paladins, but still, if you can heal something up, it's really good. But yeah, in 90% of the times I run with this one. And then there is Master Call. Master Call is basically a Hand of Freedom, but with longer cooldown and combined with survival tactics, which drops all harmful magical effects. You get so much freedom moving, and also having a caltrops you can kite properly. No much words to explain this needed, obviously. And the last tier talents, well, all of them are useful. I see a lot of hunters run the Sticky Tar, which reduces the attack speed by 50% for 5 seconds if targets stay in the caltrops or tar trap for 3 seconds. Useful against melee fighters, but it's kinda okay, but I think that other talents are superior to this one, which is Diamond Eyes. Victims of Freezing Trap can no longer be damaged or healed. Freezing Trap is now undispellable but has 5 seconds duration. So, once in 24 seconds you have the Cyclone on yourself, which does not have a diminishing effect with any other crowd control, except for Sheep and Hacks, I think. Yeah, that's the only ones. Absolutely amazing, I love it. Whenever I'm in 2v2 or 3v3 and I need to stop healing, I need to stop bursting, I need to save my friends, which is my healer, I need to save myself, I need to stop enemy DPS from trying to reach me when I'm focusing enemy healer, or stop enemy healer topping up the DPS. I use this. This has so much usage, so much utility, so much offensive and defensive properties. Like, wow, this is absolutely amazing talent. I always use it and it never let me down. It's just beautiful. And the fact that it cannot be dispelled, a lot of unexperienced healers will throw their dispel and drop it down on cooldown for 8 seconds. So great, just beautiful talents. And then there is a tracker's net, hurls a net at an enemy, routing them for 6 seconds. While within the net, target chance to hit is reduced by 80%, any damage will break the net. I use it. Sometimes. There are few times where I use it. When I'm playing against Shadow Priest, Destruction Warlock, even Monk. Those are the cases where I can pick this one. Because it's like 6 seconds, they're almost missing everything. Be just awesome. I don't know, I don't have that much words for this one. I don't know. It helped me a lot of times, especially against Destruction Warlocks, where they throw a few chaos bolts into you and only one hits you actually, instead of all 3 or 4 or whatever the amount of chaos bolts they can throw on you. Just sexy. But the Diamond Ice is the best one. So yeah, this is the all explanations for Honor Talents. Beautiful, beautiful thing. And then there is a pet, obviously Cunning Pet, which has a Roar of Sacrifice. Target unable to be critical strikes. And yeah, well, I think I missed one. Artifact. For artifact you want to get this one, don't go for this one, never go for the top talent first. Go for Aspect of the Skylord, then reach like rating talents, then go all the way up for the Embrace of the Aspects, and then you have a choice, going for Talent Strike, which is 5% proc, or going for additional haste. This is the thing. And yeah, not much explanation needed. Eagle Bite is the worst one, even though it's an additional dot. It's really bad. This is the strongest one, this is the second one, this is the worst one. In the middle there is a reset on Harpoon when you kill the enemy. Kinda okay, but nah, not that great. Since you get the set amounts of different stats, I don't have to explain what I'm going for with my stats, so yeah. And again, Aspect of the Skylord, then traps, then like rating talents. Then you go this way, reaching the Embrace of the Aspects, which reduces the cooldowns of your aspects. Then you get this, or this, it depends on you. But after you like made this fork, you can get this one. Otherwise, yeah, piece of shit. Actually, if you feel like it, you can reach this one for reduced cooldowns and traps, and then go the other side for reduced cooldowns of your aspects, and then fill up wherever you like. Just don't go for this one, which reduces the cooldown of acceleration, and don't go for this one. Those are the last ones you want to get, especially this one. I think even this one is better than this one. Not sure though. So yeah. And then there is a skill order, I think. For skill order, Lacerate is a must-have. You always want to have this applied on the target you're focusing. It's so strong. It's, I don't know, it's amazing. Also, always keep in mind you have to apply Caltrops and Explosive Trap. This triangle for me, these 3 spells, Explosive Trap, Lacerate and Caltrops, are 3 spells that are first priority in the PvP. This one, Lacerate, is #1 priority in the top tier. Caltrops is #2 priority in top tier. And then Explosive Trap is #3 priority. Then There is a Dragon's Fire Grenade, Flanking Strike, and Mongoose Bite. Dragon's Fire Grenade is the first one in the second tier or high tier. This was top tier spells. This is the high tier. Yeah, then it's Flanking Strike, then it's Mongoose Bite. A Murder of Crows is an independent cooldown, so it's up to you when you throw it. And then there is a Throwing Axes and the Raptor Strike. Raptor Strike is kinda self-healing, a small self-healing, and Throwing Axes is when you have a low amount of focus or when the target is running away from you. I think I won several PvP matches just using my Throwing Axes on a low health target like Rogue running away, trying to run into the line of sight, from my line of sight, and Axes just killed him with a Dragon's Fire Grenade. So yeah, this is it. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you appreciated what I just thrown into you, and I hope you find it useful. See you!